We can use the distance, slope, and midpoint formulas to determine whether a quadrilateral is in the coordinate plane is a parallelogram. So here we're given this quadrilateral FGHJ, and we want to decide whether or not it's a parallelogram. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to be using the midpoint formula. So we're going to be looking at the diagonals for our quadrilateral. If the diagonals bisect each other, so if the midpoint between F and H, and the midpoint between G and J line up, we can prove that we've got a parallelogram. So we're going to look at G and J first, right? So we take the points for G and J and we plug them in. So G is at 4, 2, and J is at -2, -1. And we find the midpoint, which is going to be at the point 1, 1/2. Right about there. Then we're going to find the midpoint between F and H. F is at the point -2, 4, and H is at the point 4, -2. And when we find that midpoint, it comes out to be the point 1, 1. So we can see that these midpoints do not line up. So those diagonals are not going to bisect each other. If the diagonals of a quadrilateral bisect each other, then it is a parallelogram. The diagonals of this quadrilateral do not bisect each other. The diagonals bisect each other if the midpoints coincide, if they're in the same spot. They're not on this one. So these midpoints are not in the same spot, so therefore this is not a parallelogram.